It is so great seeing my next guest finally make his UFC debut. He's going to be taking on Francis Marshall, UFC Fight Night, August 12th. It's Isaac Dulgarian back here on the program. Isaac, how are you?
I'm doing all right, brother. Just got that training for the day. Just relaxing the rest of the day, man.
Yeah, and a lot of changes for you. We'll get into that in a second. But first and foremost, you were supposed to fight in January against Dan Argueta. Was there an injury there? What exactly happened? Because I know it's been a long-awaited debut for you in the UFC.
Yeah, bro. So we're about a week away from leaving to Vegas, and I tore my LCL. I had a full-thickness tear in my LCL, 2 places. And so, yeah, I just had to pull out. There's nothing I could really do about it without risking chance of further injury.
Okay. Well, there you go. It must have been so frustrating. I know you've wanted to get in there for a while. I know lots happened sort of behind the scenes, but now that we're getting, closer here next Saturday, how excited are you to finally make that debut?
Man, it's been a long time coming. I've been training since I was 8 years old, and I'm finally getting to live out my dream. So definitely excited, definitely tired of waiting, and I feel like it's my time.
And just so people kind of get a little bit of a glimpse here, I know you had some injuries. I know obviously there was a camp switch as well. You're now, I believe, at Factory X, since leaving Missouri. So take me through that a little bit, some of the things that have happened since the last time we saw you fight.
Man, oh my goodness. Yeah, I had to switch gyms. They shut my gym down, obvious reasons. If you read in the MMA news, you know about that.
I think most people know about that. Yeah, for sure.
So basically what I had to do, well, first off, my last fight, I won the full send contract for the Nelk boys and stuff. And, thought I changed my life and all this. And that didn't really play out how I expected it to. So with that and my gym stuff going on, I basically had to buy an RV and move out here to Denver. That's really the only way I could make it financially to move out here, just because the cost of living is so much more expensive than in Kansas City and stuff. And as well as I do, we don't get paid a lot to start out on our first contract. Once we get farther in, we get paid. But that first one's hard. So just that really, the injury, and yeah, man, just adapting to the new stuff that I've been doing, the new training, all the new partners and everything. That's really it.
I don't know how much you can talk about it, but what happened with the full send deal? Because it seemed like that was something financially that would have been very lucrative for you.
Yeah, man. So basically, the night I fought, they gave me a contract that didn't have any terms in it. So it's basically like a contract for the cameras. And they told me that they were going to get in touch with my manager, Jason House. And basically, I sat through at least 4 Zoom meetings that ended up getting canceled on their end. So, yeah, they just never got around to me. I kind of felt like I got ghosted, and came to find out that they chose Mike Mallet, I guess, instead. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're waiting until I fight to introduce me or what, but I can't get a hold of them. Don't have a word about anything. So basically, I'm just on standby, hoping to put on a good performance and hoping it comes back around.
Wasn't there some talk, and correct me if I'm wrong here, I'm just getting some clarification. And again, I know there's some stuff you can't talk about, but wasn't there some talk about them actually managing you and then you'd have to leave your management? And there was some confusion there, because I think from my understanding was that you were just supposed to have a sponsorship deal with them. They weren't actually supposed to manage your career. Was there any confusion there? Because I heard some talk about that potentially.
I mean, that's what they were saying, but in the whole build up to the event, they were talking sponsorship. But it's all over YouTube. You can go check it out. It was all a sponsorship before, and then afterwards they're like management. And that's the thing that kind of rubbed me wrong is, one, they said that they were going to get in touch with House and figure out the deal, which is my manager. And 2, I never got a chance to choose whether they could manage me or Jason should remain managing me. I never got the option myself, so it was kind of just like beyond me. I couldn't do anything about it.
Was that also part of the reason why there was a bit of a layoff, just because you were figuring all that out, or was that completely separate? That was just like another thing on top of everything?
No, I mean, that was part of it, because I didn't want to, like, right after I fought, I didn't want to compete until I had my deal taken care of. So
right, okay.
About 4 months passed, and the deal's not taken care of. My gym got shut down, and just everything started going awry. So, yeah, man, I was trying to wait until I got that deal sorted out, and was hoping to fight like July of last year, but it just didn't come around.
You're in the RV right now?
Yeah, I'm in the RV.
That's cool. I love RVs, so I think that's like, I know it's not, I'm sure you'd like to be in a house, but RVs are still pretty badass and cool, right? So
yeah, we're parked right outside Factory X. The gym's my neighbor.
Nice. Okay. How long have you been in Colorado? When did you make the move?
I've been out here probably about 10 weeks.
Okay, nice.
Like that. 10, 12 weeks, somewhere in there.
Okay, was this the right amount of time off? Like, well, I mean, obviously you've been off for a while, but was this the right amount of time in terms of, moving to Colorado, doing everything? Like, was this ideal timing for you to have the fight?
Yeah, man. I've been planning it for a while, so I just had to get everything in order. First, I had to figure out how the hell I'm going to buy this RV, and then how am I going to fix it and maintain it and everything else. So I got all that stuff worked out. Told Mark I was coming back out because I did my last camp out here.
That's right.
Told him I was coming back out, and then, we just made it happen, man.
Yeah, and a couple of familiar faces there as well. I know Julian Marcus is at Factory X, David Onama. So at least you know a few guys out there as well. And from what I hear, Factory X very much like a family environment. Everyone sort of hangs out and gets along and stuff. So I'm sure you've blended in quite well.
Yeah, it's pretty cool out here. It's pretty close to home, just different people.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about Francis Marshall, man. 7-1 record. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
Man, I feel like I match up really good against him. I know he's a little bit of boxer style, with some good grappling base. To me, I feel like my grappling technique is going to be a lot cleaner than his. I just have a lot of experience in that. But he's no one you can look over. He's a tough kid. He's tough, durable, and he packs a good right hand. So, man, I think I match up good with him in the grappling aspect. In the stand-up, I feel like I'm a better striker. I feel like I have more tools in my toolbox. And nobody that yet. Nobody's seen what I'm capable of in my stand-up game. All my fights have ended very fast with the takedown and the ground and pound. So I'm hoping to display something new, and if I have to, fall back on the grappling.
We mentioned training camp there. Who've been some of the main guys helping you get ready for this one?
Man, plenty of people. David Onama, Yusuf Zalal, Chris Gutierrez, Brandon Royval, Marco Maderos, Jacoby Jones, all these tough guys out here. And then all the other kids that are coming up that might not necessarily have a name for themselves yet, but they're still tough guys. Factory X has one of the best rooms I've been in. Everyone's good. Everyone's technically good. Man, so I get plenty of work.
Who's going to be in your corner? I imagine Mark Montoya, who will also be in the cage with you that night.
Yeah, so I have Mark Montoya as my lead head coach. I have my cousin, LC Davis. He's a WEC vet. He's cornered me in all my fights before.
Hold up. He's your cousin? I didn't know that.
Yep, he's my cousin.
That's cool. I know LC. Obviously, I've known LC. I mean, I watched his career, WEC, everywhere else. So that I for some reason didn't know that. Maybe we've talked about this and I just forgot. But I think that's really cool. So that's awesome.
Yeah, you can tell by the legs if you look at our legs.
Sure. Don't think I was really looking at that, but now that you mention it, maybe I'll have to take a glance. But anyways, okay, that's good. So LC Davis, Mark Montoya, and who else? Sorry.
And then I'll have my girlfriend Alexa Culp in the corner as well. She'll be helping me find nutrition and everything else.
How's this fight playing out next Saturday? How do you see it going down?
Man, I'd love to get another first rounder. That would make me 10-0 as pro and AMI with all first round finishes. But like I said, Francis is a tough guy. You're gonna have to take it from him. So we'll kind of see what happens. It's either gonna be one of us is getting finished, or it's gonna be a dogfight straight to the end.
Do you want to get one more fight in this year? I know you mentioned the layoff there. Is that the plan? If all goes well here, just get one more in?
Yeah, if I can get out with no injuries and healthy, God willing, I'm hoping to squeeze one more in before the end of the year, maybe November, December, and then hopefully next year tack on like 3 of them.
Now, I got to ask this question as someone, because obviously I love the camping and RVing and all that stuff. What about in the winter? Like, are you able to still get enough heat in there? Like, how's that going to work? I know you haven't really experienced too much of that, but I'm assuming once it's getting a little bit colder in Colorado, it's probably going to be tough to stay warm, right?
Oh, yeah. It's something I've been kind of planning on. I'm hoping to get a bonus so I can buy a skirt for the camper for the real cold when it gets really cold. But I have a good heating system in here, and, I got portable heaters and stuff that'll help keep things unfrozen and just everything running properly. So it's going to be a struggle, but also I think we'll make it work.
And props to you, Isaac. I think that's so awesome that you're, making these sacrifices and, trying to achieve that dream and staying in an RV. Like, it's like a Rocky camp. You know what I mean? I don't know if Rocky stayed in an RV, but still, like, you're kind of living that rougher life, which is, going to put things in perspective. So we'll see how that all. Exactly. We'll see how that all works out. August 12th, man. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, man, you guys can follow me on Instagram. It's just Isaac_Dulgarian. I'd like to give a big shout out to two of my sponsors. One of them's the Burn Factory Podcast. Got them on my shirt here. They've been helping me a lot this camp. They're good people, good family. Can't wait to meet those guys in person, hopefully after this fight. And then also my other sponsor back home in Missouri, Vertical Cannabis. They're one of the best companies in the world. They grow some of the best marijuana plants in the world. And honestly, they've helped me tremendously, like more than anyone ever has through this camp. So I can't be any more as well.